I've made a few videos before featuring the Rubik's Cube, and I feel like I've never really gone into depth of how I solve it, and it's honest to God very easy. Um, I know this looks kind of complicated, but I figured I'd make a video that's very boring, so you could either chill out with this in the background or I don't know, maybe learn if you're feeling like it. I'm gonna try my best to explain it, but no promises that I do an amazing job. First thing you need to know is notation. You actually don't need to know these last few over here, so I'll kind of just skim over them. But this is just, it looks complicated, but all it is it means which side of the cube you're moving. So an L, these are all commas, by the way. Those don't mean anything, they're just commas. So that's an L, and that's an L prime. That's an R. That's an R prime. U and a U prime, F, F prime, D, and B. An L is you're moving the left side, moving this side. An R is you're moving this side, the right side. U stands for up, so you're moving the top. F is the face or the front, so it's the one facing you. D is for down, so the bottom, and then B is for back. But what I'm going to show you today, you actually don't need to know D or B, so I'm just going to erase them just to make it easier. But yeah, it's very simple. It just, those aren't anything fancy, it's just which side you're moving. L is you move the left side down, and L prime, you move the left side up. So if there is an algorithm that says L, R, L prime, you would move the left side down, the right side up, and then the left side up. R is the other way around. R, normal R goes up, R prime goes down. It's because it's based off of a clockwise rotation. I forget exactly why it's like that, but I think it's when you look at it, which way is clockwise and which way isn't. So if you look at the left side, to rotate it down is clockwise, and so it's just a regular L. And if you look at the right side, you rotate up, it's still clockwise, so it's the regular R. It's kind of like, I think that's how it works, but I could be wrong. Doesn't matter. Jesus Christ, the loud truck. All you gotta remember is L, regular L, is left side down. L prime is left side up. R is R up. R prime is R down. U is this way, so you use your right finger to move it over. Then U prime is this way, towards that side, so you go like that. F, you use your right hand. F prime, use your left hand to move this one. It goes like that. That's how I usually like to think about it. Like, instead of thinking the direction or trying to figure out which way is clockwise or whatever, I just, if it's non-prime, if it's just U, I'll use my right hand like that, because that's a regular U. And if it's U prime, use my left hand. Same way with F. F is, regular F is use your right hand. F prime, use your left hand. Your left finger, anyways. Alright. Now that, it's very basic, so if you have Rubik's Cube and you're following along, it's very easy to understand. Alright. So, the actual steps in solving it, I'll show you right now. I'll scramble it up. and I'll do a quick walkthrough, and then I'll do an actual, more in-depth explanation. So the first thing you do is you find this white center. This is like the easiest, most simple way to do it, in my opinion. I think it's really easy to do it this way. You don't need to do this step, but it makes it easier to do the next step, so you can. People call this the daisy. Basically, the idea is you find this white center, and you put it on the bottom. You keep it on the bottom. These centers, not a lot of people understand this, but these centers don't move at all. This orange center is always going to be opposite of this red center. The green center is always going to be the opposite of the blue one. Yellow is always going to be opposite of white, and they don't move. You can move them like this, but that still isn't doing anything because blue is still opposite of green, and it doesn't really change anything at all. Anyways, keep that white one on the bottom, and then you find these white edge pieces. There's 4 of them. There's white and blue. There's white and red, white and orange, white and green. What you're going to do is just make it to where they're all up top here with the yellow piece facing up towards the ceiling, with the white facing towards the ceiling. This one's already there, so we just got to get the other 3 up there. So I mean, this white and green one can just move up. This orange and white one can just move up over here. Now this blue one can just move up. It's very easy. And you have the daisy. Don't worry about this piece over here, this white one over here, don't worry about that yet. Don't worry about any of the corner pieces yet. We're just looking at these edge pieces. And now you can just start moving them down. So what you're going to do is just take any of them, say this one, this green and white one. The edge is green, so you're going to put the green edge over the green center like that, and then move it twice, so now it's on the bottom. And you do that for all of them. Take this one, white and orange, move it above the orange like that, then move it twice, so now it's on the bottom. Do that for the blue and red. And then you have this in the bottom when you're done, this white cross. If you have like corners in with it, don't worry about it. But yeah, now you should have this white cross. Don't worry about the corners at all. And all the edge pieces should match with their colors. So when you look at the edge, the blue one should be with the blue core, orange should be with the orange core, green, red, and red. Now after you have that, now we can start worrying about these corners. So just pick one. Doesn't really matter which one. We'll go with this one. This one, as long as it has white on it, obviously it has to have white on it. Remember, keep the white on the bottom. This one is white, green, and orange. Now since this white piece is facing, towards the sides, it's not facing up, it's easy to put in. All you gotta do is move it over here. It's green and orange, so we're gonna put it between the green and orange sides, while obviously still with the white on the bottom. It's green, orange, and white corner, putting it in between the green and the orange and the top between them. And all you gotta do is look for the side next to the white. So it'd be the orange one, not the one on top, the one on the side. And put it against that. And hold that facing towards you. Now since it's on my left side, we're gonna do this. Just that. All you gotta do is that to insert it. Or you could do the green side. If the green happened to be facing you like this one, like how I just moved it over there. You're gonna move it up, away from it basically. Do a U, and then pull it back down. It's gonna be in there. I'll show you again with the orange. So you move it to where the white is facing away from you. It's still in the corner. And it's like this with the color matching with the one it goes to. And if it's on your left side, you're gonna move the left up, and then it comes back towards you and back down. And if it's on your right side, say it matched up with the green and the orange is on the top, and that green one, match it up with the green, face it. Since it's on the right side goes up. You bring it back towards you, you put it back down, and now it's in there with those two. And you just do that with all four corners. See this one, it's up here already, it's up top. The green is up top. It's a green, red, and white corner. So we're gonna put it between the red and white, or the red and green. The red is facing towards us, the green is on top. So what we're gonna do is put it like this. The red is on the right side, so the right side goes up, comes back, goes down, and now it's in there. Now we can take this other one that's up here. Don't mind this. It's a orange and blue one. We're gonna put it between the orange and blue. The blue one is on the bottom, the green is on top. The orange is on top. So it's gonna be the blue next to the blue with the orange on top. And when we face it, that's on the left side, so the left is gonna go up, back to us, back down. Now there are certain weird cases you'll get like this, where the corner's on the bottom, it's in its right spot, but it's not orientated the right way. The white isn't on the bottom, it's facing to the side. So all you have to do is just move it up, out, and then move this back down. And now it's on the top. But now you can see it's on top, but the white is facing up instead of to a side. So now what you got to do is put it back above the red and blue. Move this up, and then just move this top twice instead of once. Move it twice. Or you could technically move it once if you want, I think, but whatever. You just have to move it out of the way so you don't bring it back down. And now the white is facing you. The red is on top, so you're gonna put it next to the blue, like that, and do the same thing you did for the other ones. It's on the right side. Right goes up towards you, back down. After you're done with all the corners, you're gonna have a white face, and all the sides are gonna be the right color. The next step is gonna be these edges, these center edges. These. So you just find one. Let's say we'll do this green and orange one. Preferably you'll do one that is not inside one of these, so I usually look for one on the top layer, like in this layer up here with the yellow. I look for one up there, that way I don't have to pop one out. But yeah, this is very easy. You just get it on top. This one's on top. This is the only one. This one's on top too, but we'll do the green and orange one. You take the one that's on bottom, so the orange is on top, the green is on the bottom. So we're gonna line it up with the green, put it above the green. And we're gonna face away from it. So we're gonna face the other side, the green and orange. Put it above the green, and we're gonna face the orange. So the orange is looking at us because it's on top. Or no, we can technically face this side too. Depends on preference, I suppose. But yeah, all you gotta do is put it on top of the green, and you're gonna move this one turn away from the other color. So it's on top of green, because that's the bottom one. The orange is on this side, so we're going to move this top one turn away from where the orange is. And now all we have to do is move this right side up, over, again, the same direction we already turned it, away from the orange, and then down. Now what we can do is face the orange, bring the top back, and do the opposite move where we've turned the left side up, bring it over, and bring it back down. And that's going to put those two in together. Basically what you're doing is you're popping this corner out and then reinserting it with the piece that goes above it. I'll show you again. Take this blue and red piece, for example. You put it above the one that it matches, so the red is on the bottom, so you match it with the red. And you face the red. Yeah, I was wrong. You face the one that it's with. And the blue is on top. The blue side is on this side. So we're going to move it away from the blue. And then we're going to take this one, the left side, because it's on the left. We're going to move it up, away from the blue again, and back down. And now we face the blue, bring it back, move the right side up, back, and down. Just like that. Now this one's on top, and this one's on top. So we get this blue and orange one. It's blue and orange, but you always want to line this up. It's blue and orange, but you can't just put it above the orange because the orange is facing up. So it has to go above the blue one. You face it. The orange is on the left side. Move it away from the orange. Take this side, move it up, away from the orange, back down. Now you face the orange, move it back toward you. And move this side up, toward you again, back down, and you're done. Do that one more time for this last corner. But I do want to show you sometimes, don't ignore what I'm doing right now, but sometimes you'll come across something like this where the piece is already in where it goes, but it's flipped. It's not in there correctly. The green side is on this side and the red side is on that side when they need to be the other way around. What you need to do is pop it out. So you're going to move that square up, move it this way, or if you went from the left side, you can move it that way. But yeah, you're going to start, whichever side you decide to do it from, make sure you put it out of the way, put it back down. And then basically what you're going to do is just, like that. So yeah, it was like that. So you're going to keep this in front of you. You know how you did it the first time, like that. Do the first square like you did the first few corners. And when you put it back in, that one will leave. That one will be back on top. Yeah. It's been a while since I've done it this way, so if it's confusing, then that's my bad. But yeah, now you can just do this one like you did the other ones, because you popped it out. The red, match with the red. The green is up here. Green side's on the right. Move it away from the green. Up, away from the green, down. Now we face the green. Pull it back towards us. Up, back towards us, down. And then you're done with this layer, when you're done with all those. And now it's just this top layer. Now this is where it gets, you can get mixed up with algorithms. I think you realistically only need to know like 2 or 3 to solve this thing consistently. The first one would be F, U, R, U prime, R prime, F, F U R, yeah, F U R, U prime, R prime, F prime, F U prime, R prime, F prime. It's very simple. I just haven't used that one in a long time. But yeah, you're gonna look at this top layer and see how many squares are left. The idea or the goal is to get it to this fish shape, is what people call it. Let me get it to it quick. I haven't done it this way in so long. There we go. So there's this shape. It's like a fish. And the idea is to get it to this shape, and then you can solve it using this algorithm. RU, R prime. RU, R prime, U, R, U2, R prime. And you just do that with the fish facing towards your left, the pointer towards your left. And you'll know you'll have it in the right position when the corner on the right side facing you is orange. And you just do that, and then it solves that top, and then you're left with the edges. But I want to show you how to get it to that, or at least try. There are two ways, by the way, that this fish could be oriented. It could be faced like this, or it could be faced like that, with that corner facing you on the left side. If you put it to the left, and that corner, the yellow, is facing that way, it's not a big deal. You just have to do it twice. Like if I do this, it just gives you a fish again, but all you have to do is move it back, and now that corner is facing you, and then you can do this. RU, RU, R prime, U, R, U2, R prime. Then it solves it. But the main issue people have is getting to that fish, which is what you use this for. Or this. You could use either of those algorithms, and you basically just keep using them until you get the fish. Like if you get a bar, you're going to set it horizontally and do this one. Or if you get a square, you want to keep in the top left and do it. If you get a cross, I usually do this algorithm. If I get a cross, do this one. This is almost a fish, but not quite. Still do it as if it were, because then I believe it makes it easier. Yeah. It's been a very long time since I've done, I think it's called 2-look. But yeah, you basically just play around with moving this and then doing these two algorithms. There's a certain way, like, that you can get it to the fish. Each orientation, like when you get something like a bar like this, you move it vertically and you do it like twice. And if you get a dot, you do a certain way. But yeah, I'm more used to doing it the one look way, which is just a much more advanced way of, not advanced, but you just have to know a lot more. Then the last layer. But yeah, anyways, the yellow face is just keep doing this until you get a fish. And when you get the fish, point it to your left that way. And then just do this. R, U, R prime, U, R, U2, R prime. And either that will solve it, or it'll give you another fish. And then you just do it again if you get another fish. And then it will solve the top. And then you just have to do the edges. Now what you do with the edges is a slightly longer algorithm. It's called a J-perm. This is just the beginner's way of doing it. You do L, or L prime, U, R. Actually, I think I have it written down. I do have it written down. L, U, R. Then U prime, L prime, or L, U, R. And then you just do the same thing you did for the fish. And then that will start to move around these edge pieces without messing with your face, yellow face. So this algorithm here, I can write it down a lot nicer. L prime, U, R, U prime, L, U, R prime. And then you just do the same one we did on the front for the fish. U, R, U, R prime, U, R, U2, R prime. So this one right here, this is the ending of this algorithm. That's how you basically just put it back together. This is the exact same one we do when we have the fish. So if you can learn that, you're already done with half of this. And then you just do this until you get something that kind of looks like this. By taking the, yeah, I'll show you. When you do this, what you're looking for is the side that has the most correct. So, like, for example, this side is completely solved. It's all oranges. So you would hold on the left side, and that's the way you would do it. You would do what the most correct on your left hand, on your left side, and then you would do this. So with the orange facing over here, L, U, R, U prime, L, U, R prime, then the fish, R, U, R prime, U, R, U2, R prime. And that solves it from there. But if you don't solve it, and you get something like this, then you would do, I believe you have to figure out which direction this needs to go. You could either get it to where this one is solved or is not solved. If it is solved, then you look at the one across from it, so this one, and you figure out which direction that needs to go. In this case, it needs to go to the right. So you hold it facing that, and it needs to go to the right. So you're going to move the R to the right side, up, then in, up, that way. Or I think it was maybe down that way, yeah. Geez, I am very rusty. Don't do what I do. If you're genuinely trying to use this, to understand it and solve it, sorry, but yeah, it's okay. So it's out, in, right. Yeah, so when you get it to where one is solved and the other three are missing, you find the one opposite side of the one that's solved, figure out which direction it needs to go. It needs to go left. So left side goes up, then you move it out, then I believe it's in, out, then you start going down, out, down twice. Then the same thing for the right side. If one was solved and this needed to go to the right, you move the right side up, then out, up, in, out, down twice. And then there are also these cases. If you get a case like this, where all four top edges need to move, you just do that same thing I just showed you, but twice. So just pick one, this red one for example, it needs to go over here. Then just do the right side one. And then you could find the good side, put it in the back. This blue one needs to go over here, so you're just going to do it again. You might find a case like this, where each piece needs to move twice. The blue and the orange need to swap places, and the orange and red need to swap places. You can still get away with doing this. So I mean, that and that are the only things you would need for that last layer, I guess. That's probably the most janky, horrible way to explain it, but when you understand it, it's very easy. Quick little review. Yeah, the first thing I would recommend doing if you've never done it before, find your edge pieces for the white. Put the white on the bottom. Blue edge, red edge, green edge, orange edge. You make that daisy. Then you move the orange edge, top of the orange, move it twice, down to the bottom. Blue on top of the blue, down to the bottom. Green on top of the green, down to the bottom. Then the red on top of the red, down to the bottom. Then you're going to do your corners. I'll show you how to do this one again. You just put it above the red and green. Since the white is facing up, you're just going to move it twice on the way up, and now it's facing aside. Put it with the green up top, the red facing you. Since it's on the right, the right side up, towards you, back down, it's in. You do that 4 times. You have all the corners. And then you just gotta do the edges. This edge, green on green, orange is that way. Move it away from the orange, up, away from the orange. Then you face the orange, bring it back, go up, back towards the orange, back down, it's in. Do that 4 times. Red, away from the green, away from the green, face the green, towards the green, you're in. Orange, blue over there, away from the blue, up, away from the blue, face the blue, bring it back, up, back down, in. This one, it's already in there, but you gotta switch it, so we're just gonna pop it out, bring it back, put this one back in, and now this is up there, away from the red, then it's in. Now we just need to do this. We'll do this algorithm. We'll do this a few times. See if we can get the fish. Or we'll try the other one, the one that starts with F. Or sometimes you get lucky and it just solves itself. That's why when you get like a bar, something with a straight line in it, you put it horizontally. I believe if you get something like this, where there's just 2 missing, you put them to where they face you, and you do the fish. Yeah, and then it gives you a fish. When the fish is up there, you make it face towards you and to the left. If it doesn't solve it, just do it again. Now you're in. Now this is lucky, because all I have to do is this. But yeah, that is the most basic, run-of-the-mill garbage way to explain it. Bell's going off. I wonder what time it is. Probably like 2 p.m. Maybe. I'm not too sure. My wrist feels funny. Oh. Anyways. Like I said, if you were genuinely trying to use that to learn, then I apologize for the absolute atrocity that was, but I just felt like making a video and I had no ideas, so. Maybe if that wasn't the best way to explain it, you now have an idea though. So next time someone does do it, or maybe tries to show you it, you kind of understand the thought process. Alright, call it a day.